Good evening, I'm Ann Curry, and I just want to tell you that I'm so proud of all of you for joining the Moyer Foundation tonight in this important work, helping children overcome their feelings of sadness as they deal with the loss of a loved one. I'm joined now by Al Roker, who's a good friend and colleague, and we've talked about this topic a lot over the years, both of us being friends for so long, having ourselves endured losses.
That's right, and you know, when you lose a parent, as we have both lost both of our parents, and our children, you know, you tend to forget that it affects them as greatly, if not greater, when they lose a child. And so the idea of the Moyer Foundation and Camp Aaron, helping children deal with that loss, because we think, well, the time heals all wounds. It does eventually, but the process is very difficult.
Exactly, and how you heal is really important. You know, my father lost my brother, Gordon, who is just 23 years old, in the line of duty in the military, and I remember seeing him, even as an adult, have struggled for years in dealing with it. One of the things that, you know, we did is, my brother's favorite phrase was carpe diem, which is, you know, Latin for seize the day. You know, my dad was struggling so much, and so I took photographs of my brother, and I had 200 copies made, you know, in kind of a pocket-size shape, and I hand wrote on the back of every one of them, carpe diem, and then I had them basically shellacked, you know, made into little cards, and I presented them in a box to my father, and I said, "Daddy, I know Gordon died too young. I know you're saddest most because he didn't get married, he didn't travel. Well, here now, you take him everywhere you go." And wherever we traveled, my dad would pull out one of these cards. And I'm telling you, these cards show everywhere we went. I mean, we'd be in, you know, we were once, I remember, in Japan. He goes, "I need a moment." He goes over to this park, and I see him thinking about Gordon, and then he puts one of these cards under one of these statues.
Oh, wow.
They're all over the world. Sure. I think someday an archaeologist is going to wonder, who the heck was this kid?
Who was this guy?
I mean, you know, so it's one of those things. I mean, we each have to find our own way to deal.
And the idea of, you know, Camp Mariposa, you know,
and Camp Aaron as well.
Yeah, I mean, children dealing with drug addiction, or families who have drug addiction problems, alcohol abuse problems. These are all things that we don't think about with our children. We worry about the adults, but it affects our kids so much more, and they harbor that and hold on to that, feelings of inadequacy, feelings of guilt, you know, and so what the Moyer Foundation folk are doing, I mean, is just so very important.
Because not just in easing suffering, which in itself would be so important, but for helping people use that suffering to become greater, to become greater citizens of America, and people, you know, who will help America rise.
You know, we've been told so long that when something happens, when you lose a loved one or you get over it, it'll be okay. Just kind of, just get on with your life. It's easier said than done, and especially for our youngsters. So I think what you folks are doing is just so very important.
We're really proud of you, and we applaud you, and we thank you for listening to us. Good luck.